Welcome back. You're now a laser and C clean. That's out. Yeah, you can. Okay, we're going to start the arraignments now. If you're here for a new case, or if you missed a hearing on an old case or got a warrant issued on an old case, you'll be called with the arraignments as long as the clerk knows you're here. If you weren't set for today, you need to go check in with the clerk so they'll know to call your file. When your name's called, come up to the table to the right. I'll go over the charge filed against you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to make any statements. If you choose to make statements, they can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights I just explained. You should not waive your rights if you don't understand the proceedings, if you don't know what to do, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want a trial. You need to enter a not guilty plea when you're asked for a plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan Clay, case number CRA 23552 and TRC 231312 A and B.
Are you Jonathan A. Clay?
Yes, sir.
The bail's bringing you a copy of a charge I don't think you can serve with. And that's the most serious charge. The 23552 is an aggravated possession of drugs charge. It's alleging that at Fayette Township on September 3rd of this year, you knowingly obtained, possessed, or used a controlled substance, being methamphetamine, and that this exceeded the bulk amount, being 9.98 grams. So that makes it a felony 3. Maximum penalty is 5 years incarceration and an $8,000 fine. You're also charged with driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. That this happened on the same date at September 3rd at 1:57 a.m. in Fayette Township. The state's alleging you submitted to a urine screen. Those are sent to a lab for testing, and it takes several weeks to get the results, so I don't have any results yet.
Right.
If you're found guilty of this offense, you're facing a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail, a $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. There is a minimum penalty for this operating a vehicle intoxicated. The minimum is 3 days in treatment, $275 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with a turn signal violation. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is a $150 fine. Do you understand these 3 charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes, I'd like to get an attorney.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed attorney, or do you want to hire your own attorney?
A court appointment.
Are you working? Do you have a job?
Yes, I do work.
What do you do?
I work at Papa John's. I'm a delivery guy.
Okay, are you paid by the hour? How do you pay?
Hour and tips, both.
What are you making an average week?
My paycheck's about $500 every 2 weeks.
Okay. I'll appoint Mr. Smith. Roger Smith is here. He'll come in the courtroom. We'll introduce you. He's going to be your attorney, Roger Smith. Mr. Smith, this is Jonathan Clay. He has a felony 3 possession charge and an OBI with a urine screen.
Okay.
So we probably need Mr. Heel to come in and talk about how we're going to proceed.
Ms. Waldo's here today.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Waldo.
Yeah, she's here.
Good morning, Ms. Waldo.
Good morning.
This is Jonathan Clay. It's a little unusual in that he has a felony 3 aggravated possession of drugs with an OBI and a urine screen. So I don't know what the state's, if this is one that you decide you're taking to the grand juries, leaving it here, or something you need to consider.
Okay. I don't know the answer to that, but if we can recall it and I can check.
Yeah, why don't we do this? I'll let Mr. Smith, why don't you talk with Mr. Clay? Ms. Waldo can consider what their position is, then we'll come back and I'll decide how we're going to proceed on bond, what the time frames are going to be.
Sure. All right, thank you.
Yes. This case will be recalled later in the docket.
Thank you.
You're up.
So, was it outside?
See that? Just in line. I'll be just.
State of Ohio versus Katrina R. Phelps, case number TRC 231182. Katrina Phelps.
231182. 231182. Ma'am, are you Katrina R. Phelps?
Yes, I am.
Ms. Phelps, it's alleged that on August 27th of this year at 1:27 a.m. in the village of South Point, you were driving a vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or a combination of those things. It's alleged that you took a urine screen and that went to a lab for testing, and it'll take several weeks to get the results back on the test. It is a first offense within the look-back period, so the maximum penalty you face is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. That's the most the court can impose if you're found guilty. There is a minimum, so the least I can impose if you're found guilty is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. And that looks like that's your only charge. Do you understand the charge filed against you? Do you understand the rights you have? How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
That would be awesome. Thank
Do
you.
you have a job
I do.
at IHOP?
I hope, yeah.
All right, how much are you paid? Are you paid by the hour or tips?
$2.13 an hour.
And so you're working for
We work for
plus
tips, yeah.
How much do you make in an average week?
Oh, through the summer, not much. Through the winter is when we do well, but,
Do you file an income tax?
yeah, I do.
Our Supreme Court tells me I have to determine what your
That's
gross
fine.
annual income is. So do you know what you
Gosh,
file on your income tax returns?
I'm gonna, I think last year's was, gosh, I hope this is right now, 18,000.
Okay. Well, you can fill out an affidavit that verifies that, and you're eligible for a court-appointed counsel. And I'll appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you. And he is here in
I probably
the
have,
courthouse, and we'll bring him in and introduce you.
I may have a copy of my W-2 on my phone.
Well, you can just fill out the affidavit. Mr. Stratton can help you with that.
Yes.
Not guilty plea is entered. This is an OBI with a urine screen.
Okay.
So we're going to be looking out some, probably 9 weeks.
Okay.
And this happened August 27th. The week of October 30th or November 3rd?
November 3rd.
Okay, November 3rd will be the next hearing. Be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. Ms. Phelps can sign $1,000 signature bond. As long as you show up, you don't have to post any money. If you don't show up, you get a warrant and you have to pay $1,000.
I already got that. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Joseph A. Graham, case number CRB 2375.
How you doing?
This is Mr. Morford's, well, it was Mr. Morford's, it was you. It looks like your review hearing was September the 8th.
Yes.
So last week, this is on a domestic case. And you were supposed to go to Valley Health. Did you do that?
I'm waiting on them to open a spot.
I'm sorry?
I'm just waiting on that spot to open for them.
Have they given you a date? Or?
They haven't yet, but when I leave here, I plan on calling them and just checking in and making sure.
Well, I've got contacts there.
I called when you first appointed it, and then I haven't heard anything back, so I can't tell you. They said I would receive an email, I believe.
Okay, I want you to go do a urine screen and then I'll have you back and we'll decide how we're going to proceed. Go do a urine screen.
State of Ohio versus Deshaun J. Hannah, case number CRB 23565 A and B. Deshaun Hannah. Deshaun Hannah. Did not check in your phone.
Sean Hanna was cited to be here today. Has not appeared. There'll be a bench warrant issued for failure to appear.
State of Ohio recalls Justin Doyle for review, case number TRC 21225 A, B, and C. He's on blue jeans, Your Honor, and he was.
Okay. All right, Justin Doyle is appearing for the teleconference.
Your Honor, I have a note that Mr. Doyle was informed on July 31st due to community service for his next hearing did not show up.
All right. What say you, Mr. Doyle, for that?
I don't know if he's a lack of work here. I'm in Madison, Ohio now. And I've been trying to get things served up here. Of course, up here don't have anything like that going on. All regular. There's things don't need to like that up here often, I guess.
Where are you living?
In Madison, Ohio. They don't have any officials to supervise and stuff like that. No, I didn't know until earlier, one of the guys saying he lost volunteer as a thing or something. I don't know, I'm pretty much, we've been talking about doing like, picking up trash or something anyway, regardless of this. Yeah.
Well, you can go, surely, in Mansfield's a big enough town that they've got some charitable organizations there. If you go to one of them and do some volunteer work, they give you a report back on their letterhead that you can submit to the court, I'll accept that. I'll set your next hearing for October the 16th, and you have to be here in person. You cannot appear by teleconference. October 16th, I want you here in person. Because you haven't done very much on your case.
Yeah, I'm working on it, trying to get things together. I have this, papers that I passed over.
I do have a certificate where you went to treatment. That was back in July.
So I never stuff back yesterday for the next quarter. He said if I got my progress report set up there, I'll possibly use that for the 3-day DUI school. So I have been working on that. I passed the papers. You don't have those approach.
I've got a certificate of completion. I do have that. Okay, but you haven't done anything on your community service, you've only paid $20 on your fine. That's not acceptable, so next time I want you here in person on October the 16th. Okay, that's all. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Thomas Jarvis, case number TRC 23972, A and B.
All right, Mr. Jarvis, it's alleged that you failed to appear for a hearing on September the 11th, which was Monday.
Yes, sir. I had called in the previous Friday to let them know I wouldn't be able to come in on Monday, and they said that they would put a note in my file.
They did?
Okay.
So now you have been telling me you're going to hire an attorney, but I don't think you have.
No, so I can't afford one. I said that I would try, and I haven't been able to get that kind of money together.
Okay, so I'm just going to set your case for trial. You want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
You won't appoint me for one.
Okay, well, let's look at it again. Where are you working?
I do bridge construction.
Okay, well, you're
Yeah.
probably making too much. You're getting paid by the hour?
Yeah,
How much per hour?
$30.50.
And you can't afford a lawyer?
I'm not in the best financial position right now. I've
Okay.
got some other stuff going on as well.
Well, this is going to have to move to this needs to be at the top of the list. I don't know.
I understand.
Maybe you need to sell your boat or your airplane or whatever it is that's keeping you from getting a lawyer, but.
I wish I had a boat, sir.
But this has been going on for a while, so I'm just gonna set it for a trial. And you can represent yourself or get a lawyer.
Okay.
So we'll set it for trial. October 27th at noon.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Lance M. Davis, case number CRB 2350, A and B, TRC 2339, A, B, C, and D.
All right, Lance Davis is here. He's to go back in custody immediately. Into the holding cell. And he should not have been accepted. He left another facility. Do not accept people from other, just show up. If you know they've left another facility.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Austin T. Wise, case number TRC 22-858, A and B.
Austin Wise.
Yes, sir.
You had a review hearing on September 1st, so it looks like you did not appear then.
There was a miscommunication. I thought I'd had the wrong date, and I should have checked on it, but
Okay. It looks to me like the only thing you have left to do is the driver intervention program, is that right?
I have completion right here.
Okay, have you filed that with the court?
They said that they were going to send it here, but maybe it just didn't.
I haven't, it's not my file, so the bail will get it. Thank you. Is this my copy?
That was my copy.
Okay, we'll make a copy.
Okay.
Well, I don't think, this is not the same thing. You did the remedial driving course.
Oh, sorry, was it this page maybe?
You have to complete a 3-day driver intervention program.
The DIP program, yes, sir.
You did that too?
Mhm.
Okay. Have this back. Okay.
That's the right one? Thank you.
Well, I've never heard of a 48-hour program. It's supposed to be 72 hours.
I called the courthouse to see which one I had to do, and they just said it just had to be the DIP program. They didn't specify.
Well, I don't think that's correct. Your judgment entry says you have to successfully complete a 72-hour Ohio approved program. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a 48-hour program. Where is this located?
That was out of Grove City.
Yeah, your judgment entry specifically says that to be a 72-hour program. And I believe that's, the reason it says that, that's what the law requires. I didn't know there was a lesser program offered. So, you still have the dip school to do. That's not going to be acceptable. The one in Scioto County, I know we used to have one here in Lawrence County. There isn't one currently. The closest one's in Scioto County, and it's a 72-hour program. I'll give you a couple months to try to get it finished since you've done everything else.
Okay.
I'll set it for November 27th as your next hearing.
Okay, thank you.
9 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Dillon Austin Wilson, case number CRB 21737, TRC 212786, A and B.
Okay, this had been set for a review hearing on August 28th. And you missed that hearing?
Yes, sir.
You have an explanation for missing?
No, sir, I just forgot about it.
Okay, I'm showing you did complete your community service, you've paid some on your funds, you've made another payment today, and you went to you did complete a 72-hour residential driver intervention program.
I plan on paying the rest of my fines next week, too, sir.
Okay, you just need to make, you got more payments to make. I'll cancel the warrant since you came in today. And you did make a payment. I'll set your next hearing. Are you working now, or?
Yes, sir.
What's better for your schedule, Monday and Friday?
I work Monday through Thursday, so Friday will be...
October 13th. Be your next hearing at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Joseph A. Graham, case number CRB 2375.
All right, Joseph A. Graham is here for review. He missed his hearing last week. He's here today. He tested dirty for cocaine. He hasn't been to treatment as he's ordered, so I'm ordering him into custody. Okay, we're going to go to the jail and do some hearings about teleconference.
State of Ohio versus Charles H. Dennison at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23566, A, B, C, and D. And Robert Gilbert is on deck.
Judge Capper,
Yes.
I just have a little one you, we've got somebody being unruly in here, so we may hear some yelling in the background.
Okay, thank you for the heads up.
Hello?
Mr. Dennison? And
Yes, sir.
if the jailer could, okay, if you sit back a little bit, there we go, because I was only getting the
Yeah.
top of your head on this
Yes, sir.
screen. Mr. Dennison, I'm Judge Capper, as I think you know, and this hearing is being conducted at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. You're appearing by teleconference, so your image is on a screen in the courtroom, and it's all being recorded. So if you make statements, what you say is being recorded. It could be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
You've got several charges, so I'm going to go through them. 23566A alleges that at Union and Sims Township of Lawrence County, Ohio, on August the 16th of 2022 through August of 2023, you had sexual contact with a person, initials of MD, who is not your spouse, and that you knew this contact was offensive to MD or were reckless in that regard, that is a charge of sexual imposition. It's a third-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 60 days in jail and a $500 fine. Case number 23566B alleges the same things. It's another count of the same offense with the same time frames and the same person with the same possible penalty. And then the C case is the same, is a third count. So apparently the state's alleged this happened 3 times within this time frame of August 16, 2022 through August of 2023. 3 counts of sexual imposition. Okay, and then there's a charge that 23566D is a disorderly conduct charge, allegedly on August 16, 2023, you made unreasonable noises, utterances, abusive language, and this was committed in the presence of a law enforcement officer. I think this is the wrong date though on the complaint, because the affidavit says September 13th and the complaint says August 16th. It's a month earlier when this. I think this conduct is alleged by the affidavit to have been September 13th, not August 16th.
The disorderly charge, I think is what he's talking about.
Do you move to amend?
That is correct, Your Honor. Yes, if we could amend the complaint to reflect a September 13th date.
Okay, so that date should be September 13, not August 16th. I'm allowing it to be amended to reflect that. That's a 4th degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Do you understand these charges, Mr. Dennison?
Yes, but I'm not guilty of the other, the sexual stuff. My hand was on her leg.
Okay, well, remember what I told you. You have a right to remain silent. If you say things, it's all going on the record, so it could be used against you. Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
Have you hired a lawyer?
No, sir.
Well, you should hire a lawyer. Do you have someone that is your lawyer that I can put down as representing you, will be representing you?
I don't have one at the moment.
All right, so that you will retain a lawyer though.
Yes, sir.
What's the state's position on bond?
Your Honor, we would ask for a $20,000 cash or surety bond. We would also ask for a protection order between Mr. Dennison and the victim.
Okay, can you post a bond also?
Yeah,
Do you have real property in your name?
I don't have a property.
Or do you have family that has property?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll set a $20,000 cash or surety bond and a $40,000 property bond. As a condition of bond though, I'm going to order that you get some mental health counseling.
I've already talked to some guy. I'm saying out right now.
Where would you, if you weren't in jail, where would you be tonight? Do you have a place to stay?
Yes, sir, I do, my sister.
And she's okay, you're the sister? You can stay there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she's in courtroom today. And you can help him get to some medical treatment, man? I'm concerned about that.
If
Okay.
you'll go, that's what we're gonna do. He has to go.
And there's a new place right here in Chesapeake at the Plaza Path that does mental health services, and I've been pretty happy with what they've done on other cases. So that's, you don't have to go there, but that's a new facility that's available. Okay, I'll set that as bond. I'm ordering that you stay away from, don't go around, don't contact whoever MD is.
I promise I won't. I have no intention, sir.
And can he post the bond? You can talk to Mr. Sowers if you want to post bond or if you want to post the property.
I'll talk to Mr. Sires.
Okay. Well, here's the other, these are all misdemeanors, but they're
I haven't
30.
been up, I haven't been up to it.
Okay. I'm going to indicate you will hire counsel. I'll set the next hearing. I think we can have a lawyer represent you in 2 weeks. Okay, that's the 29th. September 29th will be your pretrial, the next hearing,
Yes, sir.
at 10 o'clock. So, and also I'm going to order, and ma'am, the sister, she's in no guns in the household. They need to be taken out. If there's any guns there, they need to go. Yours and his. Okay, September 29th is the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
September 29th.
State of Ohio versus Robert Gilbert, case number CRB 23567 A and B, Flint Topping on that.
Sir, are you Robert Gilbert? Mr. Gilbert, it's alleged that at Fayette Township on September the 14th, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Michael Bruce, who's a family or household member of yours. That's a domestic violence charge, maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge? I'll enter a not guilty plea for you. Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
You have a job?
Yes.
You do have a job?
Yes.
You have no job?
Yes.
Holt?
Yes.
I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you and get him in the courtroom. There's also a count of a fourth-degree misdemeanor, domestic violence, same time and place, and a different victim, alleged to be Sarah Maines. So there's 2 counts of domestic violence, one's an M1, one's an M4. This is Robert Gilbert. He's not employed, so I'm appointing you, Mr. Holt, to represent him. State's position on bond.
Your Honor, if Mr. Gilbert has another place to go, we wouldn't oppose an OR bond with a protection order with both victims.
Okay, do you have a place to go live other than with Michael and Sarah?
Yes, I do.
Where would that be? Where would you go to live other with them?
My sister is Jamie Hughes.
Jamie Hughes?
Yeah.
Where she live?
In Ashland.
Ashland?
She takes me, yeah, but she takes me everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna let you out then on a $2,000 signature bond,
Yeah.
but I'm worried you stay away from Sarah and, what was the other name, Michael?
Michael Bruce, yes.
Yeah, Michael Bruce and Sarah Gaines. You gotta stay away from them. Don't go around them, don't call them, don't text them, don't post stuff about them on social media. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Just let things die down.
All right.
And then when do you want to come back for a pretrial, Mr. Holt? Yes, October 2nd for a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Can I get an OR bond, please?
You did get an OR bond. You've already got it. Right.
Okay.
It's already presented to you in a nice,
I can't hear it.
yeah, so you're getting out on your signature.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Holt, do you want a phone number from him? Yes, please. Do you have a phone where you can be reached, Mr. Gilbert?
I don't know if it, but I know I can get to it. I
Okay.
get the number off the computer, I can call you guys.
Well, how do you want to work that, Mr. Drew? They can write, well, the jailers, I think, sometimes they write down stuff for you. They're listening in. You want to give your phone number?
533-0163. 0163?
Correct. Okay, next hearing, you know where the court is in Chesapeake?
Yes, I do, sir.
You got to be here October 2nd, which is the first Monday in October, at 10 a.m. for your first hearing.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Flint E. Topping, case number CRA 23564.
Seems like it should be done by now.
We want to move the stage, and there should be a big
Sometimes
deal.
they
There was some kind
Wait.
of investigation, and he got released for the grand jury. So they issued.
Sir, are you Flint Topping?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Topping, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you say things, they're all on the record. They can be used against you. You have a right to a trial, to have a lawyer, and to have bail to make the state prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
You're charged with felonious assault. That's a second-degree misdemeanor, or, I'm sorry, felony, second-degree felony. And it's alleged this happened in Perry Township on August the 3rd, that you knowingly caused or tried to cause serious physical harm to Whitney Burgess. So the maximum penalty, if you're found guilty, is 8 years in jail and a $15,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Your Honor, I was already arrested on these charges on August the 18th, or August the 14th. I was arraigned in your court on August the 14th, or the 18th, rather.
Yeah, I think they, nollied it and then you...
So that's what Jasmine was just saying. It was nollied, but there should have been a holder.
It wasn't presented, and you thought there was going to be a holder from parole authority.
We believe there was a holder, and we still do believe there's a holder.
They lifted it. and it's back.
They lifted the holder, and now it's back.
Okay.
So there is a
Were you
holder.
appointed?
I was appointed judge. I had him brought down. In fact, we're going to have a prelim that day, and then Philip thought there was an APA holder, so I acknowledged to the grand jury, and I was waiting for the grand jury. I didn't know he was still in jail. Is there a holder?
He got out, now he's been rearrested.
Okay.
Yes.
So
There is a
I'll
holder.
appoint, I'll reappoint you, it probably got released by mistake, stuff happens.
Your Honor, the APA had 10 business days to come to me for a sanction, and they failed to do so. So, APA officer Joe Jagger in Downey County, he lifted that holder on the 13th of September, because they failed to fulfill their obligation to come to me to address a sanction within 10 business days.
It did.
Is it going to be presented this month?
Yes. And
Okay, what's the state's position on bond for Mr. Topham?
Well, because of the holder issue, we believe there is a holder, but we would ask for a cash or surety bond just to kind of ensure his
Okay.
stay.
I would just argue when the state, there was not a holder. I guess you said they had 10 days, they didn't get you lifted the holder. And did you go back home? You didn't take off, did you? Where'd you get arrested?
No, I was released from the Gowdy County Jail where I was being housed by Orange County. 88 Officer Joe Jager
Okay.
confirmed that they were past their 10 business days to come to me and address me with a sanction, and therefore the holder was lifted.
I would ask for some type of OR bond because it sounds like he complied with.
Is there
terms of
any
his-
allegations of problems since this arose, or, do you know?
No, but we do believe the allegations to be very serious at this time. So in order to ensure the victim's safety, we would ask for a cash or surety bond to make sure.
I'll set it at 2,000 cash or surety. It's a high level offense.
Okay. Well, yeah, don't talk about the case at $2,000 bond. It's probably 200, 250. Is that a bond you think you can make?
The bond and the case was already dismissed as knowledge of the grand jury.
Sir, we're past that. We're
Yeah.
back on,
We're back to square one, so to speak. But I'm asking, can you afford $200, $250 to post a get a bondsman?
$250?
It's usually 10%. The bond is 2,000 cash or surety. If you hire a bondsman, they usually charge you 10%, so I'm saying 200, 250, that range. If you can post that, I'll call a bondsman, have him come talk to you, and we can move the hearing back a little bit. If you're going to be in jail, I need to know so I can set it ASAP. You think you can get out?
Yes, $250 debt.
when do you want to have the first hearing?
Judge.
When's the next grand jury?
This Thursday, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, so.
Okay, I was going to say next Friday, but it might be a moot point, but I'm here next
I'm
Friday.
trying not to set things next Friday.
Okay.
So I could do the 25th.
25th, I've actually got something in Huntington on the 25th I know of.
29th.
29th would be better for me if we could. Actually, I have something.
He may be indicted by then anyway.
Right.
September 29th will be preliminary hearing, 10 o'clock.
I'll have the bondsman get a hold of you, Flint.
Okay,
I'm good, okay.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail. We're going to start pre-trial.
Tuesday's the final offer.
Yes.
All right.
Dolores Hill. We don't have it yet. You got somebody in custody by that news? We'll check on it and get back to you. We don't have any charges yet. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Donald Williamson, case number CRB 23384. Donald Williamson, Mr. Holt.
Okay. Mr. Holt's case for pretrial.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, he may be out here.
Your Honor, this was a cross-filing that I believe was going to be dismissed upon no further issues and payment of court costs.
I do not have
Okay, we'll have to come back. He doesn't have the money to pay court costs.
it. And I won't for a
Okay,
while.
He's in treatment.
I'm in treatment.
He's at Bethesda.
So I don't know what we'll do. He says he's not going to be able to get it for a while because he's in treatment.
Okay. Well, it looks like he's making some progress on what he's doing.
Yes.
He's doing really well, but we still have things to work on.
Sure.
Okay. Approximately a month then, what's your schedule?
Do a month out. How about the 13th, Your Honor?
Yes, October 13th.
Thank
The
you.
next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jessica Albright, case number CRB 23328. Roger Smith case.
Okay, this is Roger Smith's case, Jessica Albright.
Yes. I think we might be in a position to dismiss it. It was a June 2nd, last June. So,
She was supposed to have some counseling. is my
yes. What'd you do, Counsel?
It was through Sondervine with Ashley Spencer. It was an online, we did about 7 sessions and we're continuing.
Are you still doing it?
She advised me to keep doing it.
But you didn't get certificate of completion, right?
This is what she gave me, it's a little letter.
Judge, she's got a letter from Serene Insights, but it doesn't look like she's completed. Her counselors encourage her to keep doing the counseling. But she does not have certificate of completion as of today. We can maybe come back and I can follow up with,
Okay. When do you think that can happen?
we use that, it's the 29th day. I'll do it immediately today, see if we can't get, or at least an idea when they think she'll complete or a certificate of completion. But it looks like she's doing well. She's compliant. She actively engages in counseling in all sessions. She's attended all sessions. So I'm here that September 29th, if that's not too crowded.
Okay, September 29th for another pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus James Childress, case number CRB 23483 A and B, and CRB 22816.
This is Mr. Smith's case set for pre-trial.
Judge, this is a case, I talked to Ms. Waldo. We also are familiar with the case because there's a Children's Services case that is pending.
I don't recall. I don't know.
But what I would like to do is have another pretrial. I've talked to Mr. Hill about it, but I forgot he wasn't going to be here today because we're trying to coordinate something with the case Ms. Waldo has as well as the case here.
So there is something in,
Yes.
The agency has custody of the children right now, and the children are placed with a family friend.
So if we could come back maybe October, that'll give me a chance to coordinate with Mr. Hill and Ms. Waldo so we can get this hopefully in a posture to wrap up.
is there a hearing scheduled in the,
That's what I was just looking for. There's,
It's later in the month.
Is this month?
No, it's next month.
so it probably makes sense to come back
It's
after
the
that?
19th of October, Judge.
If I could speak to that, the Children's Services case will probably, continue on for a long while Mr. Childress completes his case plan. So I believe the next hearing in the Children's Services case is just a review.
It's a review at 1:30 on October 19th.
Yeah.
Which is a Thursday, our normal Thursday.
You want to come back after that?
If we could, Judge, Monday the 23rd, I'm starting a week-long trial. If we could come back the first part of November, the 6th is a Monday, or the 10th, Friday of November.
Either one of those.
The 10th would be better for me, the Friday. I've got something in Huntington at 9 on the 6th, but the Friday, the 10th, I'm here anyway on another case.
November 10th? Will be the next hearing, pre-trials at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus John F. Wright, case number CRB 23113.
Judge, this is a case where Mr. Wright has a probation violation pending in the Court of Common Pleas. He's had some health issues. It keeps getting pushed back. It's been pushed back again. I don't know when the next hearing is because I have resigned as counsel on that case. I'm still counsel on this criminal case, but on the probation violation, I'm no longer his attorney. So I don't know.
Where is he today?
I don't know that. Well, he was in Columbus. He was having a heart procedure done. I don't know if he's still in the hospital out. I've not been able to ascertain that. If we do a bench warrant, it has to be held 7 days, and I can find out because he's got
7 days to appear before warrant issues.
He always responds to him.
State of Ohio versus Dolores E. Hill at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23568.
All right.
Hi.
Hello, you're Dolores Hill.
Yes. I don't have my glasses on. They're in Mom's house. I was asleep during this occurrence.
All right, Ms. Hill, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court. This is an arraignment for you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make a statement, it's going on the record. It can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, I also think
Okay, well, let me tell you what you're charged with. It's domestic violence. It's alleged that on today, September the 15th, in Union Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Maddie Hammond, and that Maddie is either a member of your family or your household. So that's a first degree, ma'am. Just listen. I'll ask you a question. You respond to the questions. This will go smoother. Maddie is either a member of your family or a member of your household, so that's what makes it domestic violence. The maximum penalty for this is 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand? You don't have to agree with it, but do you understand the charge? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you have a job?
I have Social Security, but these.
Okay. Is Tyler Smith here? Yes. Oh, yeah, he's in the courtroom. All right, I'm going to appoint Tyler Smith to represent you. He's here. He has heard the charges. He's going to be your lawyer. And what's the state's position on bond?
Your Honor, we wouldn't oppose an OR bond if Ms. Hill has somewhere else to go with a protection order with the victim.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hill, is there someplace you can go to?
Yes.
Where would that be?
I can go back to Caldwell. I can go to the hospital.
Were you in a hospital recently?
Yeah, I was in Caldwell. Me and my fiance walked over there, and I was asleep, and I was in there about doing these.
Hey, Ms. Hill, I just need an address where you can go to. Do you have a family member over there? Was that
I do have Hospital, Ohio, yes, sir, and I also have, I can go to Caldwell at the hospital too.
Well, that's not a residence, though. You understand that? I mean, that's, if you have an emergency situation or an appointment, that's one thing, but,
I can go to my nephew's house in Phelpsville.
okay. And do you have a phone number that you can be reached at?
give you a phone number, but it's disconnected.
Have you been homeless for a while?
No, my mom would let us stay. We walked from Camelot to the hospital to Chesapeake, Ohio. I was asleep when my sister got mad. I guess that made me she's 16 years old and I would never hurt her.
All right, Miss Hill, let's not talk about your charges, okay? We're just trying to find a place for you to stay. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And you have a nephew in Proctorville.
Well, I'm just wondering if maybe there's issues that need to be addressed where she could go for some treatment and housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beyonce is dated near the same birthday as that. Nicole.
Do you want to talk with her? Let's have council approach. All right, Miss, let's see, unmute it.
It's a domestic still too.
All right, Miss Hill, I'm going to let your lawyer talk to you about some of those issues of getting you some housing and maybe some care that you need. I don't want to put those things, but I've got a feeling about that. So he's going to talk to you, and then we're going to bring you back before the court after your lawyers talk to you, and we'll finalize what's happening. So Mr. Smith will call down and talk. If the jailer, if he could make her available for a telephone call from her lawyer, then we'll come back to her. Okay, thank you.
Hey, John.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan Clay, on a recall case number CRA 23552.
All right, Jonathan Clay is Mr. Roger Smith's case, and we were going to decide on issues of bond.
Yes, Judge, I spoke with Ms. Wald. It's my understanding the state will not propose some type of OR bond. In return, we will waive the time in which to have the preliminary hearing because there's an accompanying DUI, or OVI rather, with a urine test. I don't think you have to go out for that to come back necessarily, but I would like to go out in a couple, 3 weeks if we could.
Okay, well, you can pick the date.
Okay, let me see. And did you say the 22nd, you're not wanting to set any more on that day?
I will not be here that day.
Okay. The 29th, if that's not too crowded, that's a Friday, September.
2 weeks from today.
Yes.
Okay, well, it'll be busy, but September 29th for preliminary hearings and pre-trials.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Oh, 2000 OR. 2000 OR.
Phone number, I'll get this other form you to sign. That's how we talk about that you promised to show up. If you don't, then you go to Arrested.
Well, I don't want to do it.
I put you guys, if you'll sign right where that X is.
State of Ohio versus Michael H. Tracy, case number CRB 23548. It's Tyler Smith's case.
This is Tyler Smith's case set for pretrial. Need Tyler Smith in the courtroom, please.
Michael Tracy.
Here you go.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, I was on the phone with the Orange County Jail. I've talked with my client that we have some information we need to exchange with the state of Ohio, so I'm going to file for discovery today. If we can set a new pretrial date for 2 or 3 weeks out.
I figured out the email thing.
Yeah, I got it.
The 10th or after of October is good.
That's fine, 10th, or it can be even the following week.
The 10th is a Tuesday.
That's fine.
October 10th. For pretrial, 10 o'clock.
Sir.
State of Ohio versus Fiona R. Benton, case number CRB 23472.
Mr. Stratton's case, pretrial.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, she'll have reviews. Have an initial review hearing in March. She gets done for this yet.
It's like 5 days for new service. Your Honor, we'll plead guilty to disorderly. I believe the state's going to recommend suspended time and community service.
Okay, that's an amendment then to 291711. That is correct, the state's amending.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I'll allow the amendment to the amended charge. How do you plead, ma'am?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Is that correct, ma'am?
You got to speak out.
Okay.
Guilty.
And it'll be the M4 variety up at the top. It should say M4. Yeah, right there. How many days did you spend in jail?
1 Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, I'll impose a $100 fine, court costs, 10 days in jail, I'll suspend 9, give you credit for 1 day you already did, order you to do 30 hours community service. We have a community service program here at the court, so you do it here any day but Sunday or a holiday. You can work here. Your review hearing is March 15th. It gives you a long time to get it all done. If you do get it done, you don't have to show up for the review hearing. That's at 9 a.m. That's just to ensure that you do what you're ordered to. If you haven't done it and you don't show up, you get a warrant. So just make sure you get it taken care of.
Those are the 3 things to do.
2 years of level 5 probation. You're to meet with Mr. Major in the probation office to the left as you leave the courtroom.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gary Dale, case number CRB 23323A and B.
Your Honor, I'd like to note for the record that Mr. Dale sort of was late this morning, I believe, because I did tell him it was on the 23rd, and I apologize for that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was my fault, I apologize.
You're right, but not the right day.
Right, yeah.
Just set for a pre-trial for that.
Yes. I believe the state is going to request that this be continued to another date.
That is correct. It looks like the previous phone number we had for the victim does not work any longer. So what we would like to do is subpoena the victim and continue this for about 2 weeks to see if we can get in touch with the victim, if they will show up at the next hearing.
Why don't we go to the 10th of October? Can you do that? Or the 10th or any date after that, Mr. Stratton?
Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
10th is good?
Yes.
October 10th will be the next hearing, pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
October 10th. Okay. We got it right this time. All right, you good to go?
State of Ohio versus Kevin V. Dale, case number CRB 23527, CRB 20859.
Mr. Stratton, pre-trial.
They've got to go through the process.
I just need you to
When they don't, we're going to dismiss it next time. Your Honor, this is the same situation, I believe the
It
state.
is the exact same circumstance, actually. We cannot reach the victim with the phone number that we have, so we would ask for continuance in order to issue a subpoena. So if we could come back possibly the same day for this one.
October 10th.
Yes, Your Honor. And Mr. Dale would like to address the court on some of the clothes and stuff that you mentioned.
I have my vehicle and everything out there. I'm having to buy my clothes daily. Is there any way that I would be able to go out there to get my vehicle and some of my belongings?
There is a protection order. You have someone that can go get it without, as long as you don't breach the peace, you can't go within 500 feet of this person, but do you have the key or where's the key?
It's at my house.
So you have it?
I don't. No, I don't. It's at my dad's house. Well, it's actually my mother's house. My dad, he's just a rentee there.
It's at this residence. Where he's
Well, then I can't do, that person's not here. I don't know that they're going to agree. They've got the key. Maybe they say they own it. So they're not here for me to have a hearing about that. I mean, we could try to move it up, to have a hearing earlier, but I have to have that person here to resolve that.
I understand.
If you had the key, I would say, as long as you don't have to come within 500 feet or send another person out there and they can get it and bring it. But if you don't have the key,
right,
you're going to have to get a hold of the key somehow.
It would be fine for him to have a a third person contact them about that key?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they willingly give it up, but without them being here, I can't get in the middle of
Yes, definitely.
dividing property when I don't know that the other side agrees that it's his.
Yes, exactly, Your Honor. So at least you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, try that out, all right?
Okay,
All right.
October the 10th is the next hearing.
All right, thank you. Thank you too.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Rouse, case numbers TRC 23722, A, B, and C. Nicholas Rouse.
This is Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial.
Did Nick not?
Haven't heard anything from him?
No, I haven't.
Okay, there will be a bench warrant issued in 7 days if he hasn't appeared.
Your Honor, this was back on 7/3. What was the other date for the end of July hearing?
July 24th.
Your Honor, I might have told him also September 23rd. The only reason I say that is because that was the week of my trial, and I told Mr. Dale that, and he was set on the 24th, I believe, also. So I might have told Mr. Rouse that. I have to look through my messages. I just want to inform the court of that. So if we can move it to the 23rd, if you're okay with that.
Well, that's a Saturday.
Oh, well.
I can move it to the 25th.
Then I don't know what I was doing that day, Your Honor. I must have been completely confused on the dates. Yeah, can we move it to 25th if you don't mind?
At defendant's request, I'll move it to September 25th. If he hasn't moved in, there'll be a warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Cody Smith, case number CRB 23210, CRC 222099, A and B. Cody Smith.
Cody probably should be in jail on a PV holder.
Cody Smith is actually in treatment with me.
Okay.
The hit on his case?
Yes.
He's in treatment with me.
Okay.
And how's he doing?
He's doing good.
He still has felonies pending with Mr. Smith. That's set for the 20th for pretrial. That's sort of what we've been doing, is holding this off until after that.
Okay, you want to, let's see. We could set it either the 25th or 29th of September.
25th will be fine, Your Honor.
All right, September 25th for pretrial, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Joseph R. Sherman, case number CRB 23248.
Mr. Morford's case set for pretrial 23248.
We don't have to get singing.
Judge, have you received a report from Pat?
July 28th is the last report I had from Pat.
I have one 914, may I approach?
Yes. Okay, it's a good report. You want to, is this the court's copy, or do you want to?
You can get that, Judge.
Okay, good job, Mr. Sherman.
Thank you.
Okay. Come back again then, continue.
Agreed, Your Honor.
November 3rd. November 3rd will be the next hearing. Keep up the good work, Mr. Sherman.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jeffrey Spears, case number CRA 23547. Jeffrey Spears. Jeffrey Spears. Do not check in, Your Honor.
This is Rule 4. He was supposed to be picked up by today. Maybe is he out of jail?
He's not in jail, sir.
Okay, he was going to Athens. So apparently he got picked up, so the case here can be closed out, dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus April D. White, case number CRB 2099.
This is Mr. Morphin's case, pretrial.
My son was supposed to call in and do it because I was living with him. So he was supposed to call me and tell me that he was dropping the charges. And I can take a drug test too.
We supposed to be going to amended reads.
Me?
Huh?
What is it now?
We supposed to go to amended reads.
No, not that I know of.
How do you wish to proceed, Mr. Morphin?
Judge, there's been no further problems. I just asked her if she was treating anywhere such as amended reads, and she says she's not under obligation to treat anywhere. I believe that she and her mother work together, Judge.
Yeah. I work with it's Peach Clean. She cleans houses.
Well, this is an old case. She was at Mended Reach, from what I can see. She left treatment against advice, and she was out of pocket for 3 years, a little over 3 years. She failed to appear for a hearing on May the 18th of 20, and she got arrested on the warrant and was arraigned around September 1st of this year, set for pretrial today. This is a domestic violence with Isaiah White was the plaintiff party.
He said he called in.
Looks like it was your son was the?
Yes, my son.
Isaiah White.
He said he was calling in, but I don't know. But I was living with him too, and I also have proof of that, and I also have proof where he's contacted me, he's broke the, whatever he's got against me.
Your Honor, it appears that Isaiah did speak with our office. He is supposed to be submitting a written statement that we do not have yet. It's my understanding his intention is to say that he does not want to pursue the charges, but he was supposed to be sending in a statement, and we don't have
I
that.
think he didn't know how to do it. I guess he was gonna have his girlfriend do it when she got off work, so I don't know exactly. Is that what he told you?
How do you want to proceed?
We'd like to just go ahead and move to dismiss it at this point. I think it occurred back in 2020, and he did indicate that he wished to drop the charge.
All right, case is dismissed.
Thank you.
Thanks,
sir.
You're welcome.
L. Collins, case number PRC 23-1145, A and B.
This is Mr. Holt's case.
Yes, Your Honor, there's some discovery the state still needs to provide, some camera footage, so we're just waiting on that.
So you want to come back for another pretrial?
That's fine.
What date?
It's up to the state, whatever they think it'll take, I'm fine with whatever. How about October, will the 13th work?
Yes. October 13 will be the next hearing, pretrial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Micah Mayo, case number CRB 23-460, TRC 23-1042, A, B, and C.
And Mr. Mayo, have you hired a lawyer?
I recently just got employment at DHL in Columbus.
Okay.
I have my certificate.
So you're asking for more time to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How much time do you think you need?
I just got the job and I started my first shift on Sunday, so could I just get another month? But
Let's see if does the state know what the urine screening results are at this point?
No, I don't have the file here. I'll be happy to check.
Let's see, that would have been, well, it's about time for them to come in. I don't know if it would be here yet or not. but
Okay.
Do you want to know what do you want them to check before you leave today to find out what they're saying is in your urine or not?
I'm not sure. I don't.
Do you want to hear that today or wait?
Could I just wait till I get my lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much time do you think you need?
Could I just get another month for just 2 checks? Because
October, what's better, Mondays or Fridays?
I work Sunday through Thursday, so Fridays.
Fridays are better?
Yeah.
October 27th.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. That's at your request.
Okay, thank you. You said 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock, October 27th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we have a few preliminary hearings now.
State of Ohio versus Jessica L. Johnson, I believe she is on blue sheet. Case number 22-156, CRD 22-545.
Okay, this is Roger Smith's case. It's set for preliminary hearing.
It is, Judge, we had set this date thinking it was a good date. If I understand, Jessica, you are out of town doing mission work or something. Tell me what you're doing out of town.
Yes, Your Honor, I am in New Jersey. I'm still doing work for the colleges, and they ended up moving our input for graduation ceremony for tonight. So I'm up here. I will be doing into running and screening for a while after this. We'll be out tomorrow morning. I didn't mean to give that.
We could use that 29th of September. Will you be here September 29th? Right back in Huntington?
Yes, sir, we will.
All right, your next hearing is September 29th. You have to be here in person on that day at 10 o'clock.
Okay, 2 weeks from today. I'll see you then.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Timothy A. Keaney, case number CRA 23-300, Timothy Keaney.
He is not here today. Judge, I spoke to Megan from QRT. Was going to get a report. He's doing well.
Yes, he's doing great.
He has a case apparently in Kentucky, and he thought this was October 13th. I think he's got his dates mixed up. I would ask that we use that 29th date, or if that's not acceptable, we at least hold the warrant off, because Megan seems to think he's being legit about it.
I think he's legitimate.
Yes.
He's doing extremely well.
Okay. All right, well, let's just, these are, the main thing is to just check and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to
Yes.
do, and apparently he is, so we can just go on and set another
We can go out
day
further if you want.
out.
Sure.
He's being monitored by QRT, so
Yes.
why don't we go a couple months?
Be fine.
November 17th?
Let me check real quick here, Judge. That's a Friday. Yes, I'm available.
Okay, next hearing for Mr. Keating's November 17th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Ronald Dickus, case number CRA 23104, CRB 23105.
Okay, still what you probably would expect for him to test.
Yes, he is making progress. He's there. He's not, I mean, like, since the last time we've been here, there is progress being made.
Okay.
We still have areas of opportunity though.
All right, that's what I'm looking for is progress. So I'll set his next hearing for October 16th, another month, 9 o'clock, October 16th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thanks, sir.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Caldwell, case number CRB 131057, CRB 131153, A and B.
So on the sentencing docket, it's Mr. Morton's case. She's at Bethesda.
If that docket's in here.
Okay. It's a good report, says you're doing what you're supposed to, you're getting a new counselor, it looks like.
Yes, already have.
Okay, anything else I need to know about?
It's like night and day.
Yes, it's a remarkable change. October 16th, be the next hearing. Keep up the good work, you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus John Riggs, case number CRB 23528.
Spriggs is supposed to be at ARC, this is sentencing.
He is, Your Honor. There were some reschedules. He just came in and got assessed this week. I mean, so far it's been positive, but a week into it, it's kind of early to tell any progress.
Okay, well, at least we got something going.
Yes.
Okay, we'll come back, because I know you're working, you have a pretty good job, right?
Yes, yes.
What's better, Mondays or Fridays?
Mondays.
October 16th will be your next hearing. It's a Monday. 10 o'clock, October 16th.
All right, thank you.
Get in there and do what Art sets up for you.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Stanley, case number CRB 23148 and others.
Your Honor, he was also a recent overdose that we've not been able to get in touch with.
And Mr. Morford is his lawyer. Mr. Morford is still here.
I'll go look for him.
Okay.
Stephen Stanley. Which that's not him.
Okay, Mr. Morford, you probably didn't know Mr. Stanley was going to be here, and he's back in custody, so if you want, probably should talk with him. I've been informed by QRT that he's a recent overdose, and he had missed a hearing. Recent overdose, did you say? Recent. So, I think the best that could happen for him is inpatient treatment with an ankle monitor.
I agree, Your Honor.
So why don't you talk to him about that, or recall that after you've done something? Yes.
State of Ohio versus Joseph A. Graham, case number CRB 2375.
Joseph Graham. Is he here? Oh, he's in the back.
He was talking with Bree.
Okay.
He's going to need detox.
He's the one who was supposed to go to Valley Health.
Yes.
Never did.
Never did. Tested positive for cocaine. Been drinking pretty heavily.
Your Honor, if I may, OVP is in the process of working on an application for him right now.
And you're willing to go there? Okay, let's let you, I don't want to interfere with that. I'll let you continue to work on that. We'll come back after that's done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Lance M. Davis, case number CRB 2350 A and B, PRC 2339 A, B, C, and D.
Is Taylor here?
He's also.
Your Honor, Mr. Davis is going, that's the reason I answered. Sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor, he had an assessment done at remember he from the Bureau of the Age.
Yes.
He has an appointment with the OVP in Huntington.
He was ordered to go to Bethesda.
Yes. So he has medical paperwork where
He was scheduled to have an assessment at Bethesda and did not show up.
Your Honor, at that time, I got COVID, and I had called a few times, and I didn't call anymore after, I think I called twice, they didn't call anymore during the time I had COVID, and I was talking with someone, and they recommended Lawrence County Recovery.
Is that me? You called me and I told you to go to Lawrence County? I
didn't.
think I told you to go to Bethesda, did I not?
I didn't.
So does someone have the authority to override what I've ordered you to do? Okay, so end of story. You don't need to make any more excuses. You didn't do what you were ordered to do.
I didn't know that.
Quiet. Listen to your lawyer. He's telling you not to mess up anymore by trying to talk your way out of this. You're just going to dig the hole deeper.
I'm not trying to.
Yes? Okay, back in the holding cell.
State of Ohio versus Dolores E. Hill on recall at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23568.
Okay, this is Mr. Smith's case. All right. Did you get a chance to talk with her?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, and I don't know, I talked with OVP, but she does have West Virginia, I think Humana, Medicare or Medicaid, I couldn't tell which one, but I think they take both of them. They were going to assess her. I don't know if they actually had a bed for a female available today, so I don't know. She might be in the back.
Brianna's in the back.
Yeah, she may be in the back there, so. Ms. Hill, did you talk to someone from OVP?
No, but tell them I read my paper and that's false. That's not.
Okay, I'm not worried about the charge. I'm worried about finding a place for you now on bond, okay? We're trying to get a bond, and we can address your court issue later at another hearing, but we're just trying to find a place to go, so. You haven't talked to anybody from OVP yet?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. I guess we'll wait until someone talks to him, but that's my understanding.
We're going to try to get someone to talk to you today and get you a place to go.
What about my nephews?
I don't know anything about him. I think you may need to go to treatment,
Yeah.
it looks to me.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes. Okay. simple stuff. Well, this is gonna take a little time. I'm gonna talk to Heather's from RRG, and they have that, because they West Virginia Medicare, that's a problem. That many agencies can take West Virginia Medicare. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do this. All right, Ms. Hill, we're going to have someone talk to you about an assessment, and then we'll come back. So, well, I'll see you back on the screen in a few minutes after that happens.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think we're at a point where we've got 3 files to work on. We need some more information, so I'm going to take a recess while some research is done, then we'll come back and finish up. So court's going to be in recess now.
That used to be me.
Did you hear me up there?
Yeah, I did. She's doing good.
Okay. Thanks.
He's fair.
Look at the comments of that. It's crashing.
Which, I'm trying to think, you know, she would just stop and just do it.
I'm taking like a whole pizza.
I'm trying to get down. But she does. Because it's the thing that she's never really treated her addiction. So it's like she just switched strengths right now.
Yeah, that's it. I know she does want to. She's
You can't just quite feel like we need to start addressing her problems. I mean, her mother doesn't help. She's a doctor. So there's a lot of mental that needs to be addressed. But hopefully she does it this time around. She's such a beautiful girl. So intelligent. She can do anything.
well, so just let me know, let's see, what, if she can do it on driving credit, if it's making case a little bit easier. Let me know what she can. If she can't, then we'll sort of, see, that's the thing, though, they don't have trials down there, okay? You know, okay, last time they had trials. So if you drag some of these things out for a while, well, they won't dismiss it, but they'll reduce it to a point where, they were a physical or a reckless. And they don't have any license suspension of it. It might be the same thing, on the reckless or physical, but she won't have an OBI and she won't have the suspended license. So there's that.
Yeah, so.
What was it?
I will, I'll send you a text. Hello. Hello. It is. Thank you.
So what's going on here?
Waiting on that girl.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, and then we still got.
I'm still in for surgery. I think I'm still in for surgery.
Do you really?
I have not slept for 19 years.
Well, now, let's don't start now.
And, oh, no, I wouldn't. At first,
I'm teasing.
going through like, smoke a corner of Walmart or something, you get with a bad thing. Oh, well, this will taste so good. And then that's sort of fast.
Yeah.
And the smell when you're closed in your body fast.
Yeah, that's
And
the
food
first
started
thing.
tasting a little better.
I never, my parents both chain smoked, but I never, I smoked this cigarette a lot. I just never, I didn't like smell.
Bad smell, and it was just awful.
You can go ahead and head this way, just send me the address of where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, so I'm just praying for a nap this afternoon. I hope they can calm down, take a nap. All right. Love you. Bye.
It is. I guess we still have to do Dolores Hill.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Are we doing?
Can we come up on Monday and
Are we gonna do protection or not? What's her story?
She, have you not seen that video?
Yeah, she did. Like she's.
She looks so familiar and I can't define her.
It's because she worked for one of the treatment people at one of the facilities. Probably because you've seen her here at Court Pride when you filled in, and then we hired her.
Okay.
I don't know
So
if
she works through the prosecutor's office?
Yes, now she does. I was like,
I just keep looking at her thinking she looks so familiar.
It is cold. It is freezing here.
This area is just been black.
Philip said, he texted me. And
All right, it's Missy Prozone.
he said, I hate to miss work. I said,
It's all good.
Philip's one of nice people.
I know, why does he?
And I told him, I'm like, because every time I like miss work, I'm like, I'm sorry, go on vacation for a week. You'll be okay. He'll be like,
Lawrence County Municipal Court's now back in session.
he's, and I'm like, we really have to miss work sometimes.
You can be seated.
He said he's not going to get to it.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Stanley, case number CRB 23-148. And others. Recall, it's in holding.
And Mr. Smith, I did get some responses to my text. I'm going to copy those and send them to you.
Okay.
About Dolores. Yep. Okay, Stephen Stanley is here with his lawyer, Mr. Morton. He had missed a pretrial previously, and he has a bond up now from last March. And it's my understanding I've been reported that there was an overdose recently.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And have you talked with him?
I've talked briefly with him, but we're ready to take him.
Are you willing to go to Bethesda? Okay, that's where I want him to go. I know you went to another facility, but it's not one the court's ever worked with, so. He'll be released to Bethesda. Do we need an ankle monitor, or?
That's a pretty good consent, Judge.
Okay, I'll order him released to Bethesda with an ankle monitor, so we need to get in touch with adult probation to get that done.
Can we transport him down to get the monitor?
Yes,
Okay.
whatever you need to do to make that work. Now, I gotta give you the ankle monitor talk. You know what happens if you cut the ankle monitor off? That's the least of your worries. You'll be ordered to pay for it, but you're not gonna have any ability to pay for it, because you know why? Because you're gonna go to prison for 3 years for cutting the ankle monitor off. I mean, it's not That's not my policy. I probably would make it my policy if I was a common pleas judge. But adult probation puts those on. If you cut it off, they charge you with a felony, you'll go in front of the common pleas court, you'll get indicted, and everyone that's done it has gone to prison for 3 years. So, do not cut off the ankle monitor. And if you leave treatment, then they're gonna know where you are. So just stay in treatment and do what you're supposed to. But it's not worth the, I've had people do that. People I give this speech to and they still cut their ankle monitor off. Every one of them has gone to prison. It's not worth it. You need to get clean, and this is just to help you stay clean. And, I'll order it taken off after a while. If you show me, I need to be convinced, here's what I want to see. Right now, I'm making you go to treatment whether you want to or not.
Yes.
Because that's what you need. That's the right thing. At some point, you have to adopt this as your own project. You're doing it for you, not because I'm making you, because you want to get clean for yourself and your family and everybody that cares about you.
We have a wife and a child judge.
So once that happens, and I'm convinced of it, I'll take the ankle monitor off, because I don't think you'll leave it. But I don't think and maybe we are there, but I want some evidence to convince me that you are committed to this, and then I'll take the ankle monitor off. Okay, so let's come back. October 10th, are you here then? October 10th, that'll be a Tuesday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pre-trial, yes. Thank you. Good luck.
State of Ohio recalls Lance M. Davis, number CRB 2350 A and B, CRC 2339 A, B, C, and D.
Your Honor, I believe Bethesda is one of the
He's willing to go?
He's gone.
He may need some detox.
We'll take care of it.
Okay. All right, so is that correct? You're going to go to Bethesda, be compliant, do what they tell you to do when they tell you to do it, no back talk, no insurrections?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll order you released to Bethesda today, and come back October 10th?
Yes, sir.
See you October 10th, hopefully with a good report. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio, Joseph A. Graham, case number CRB 2375 on a recall.
This is Mr. Morford's case. It was set for review hearing on well, he's already pled, I guess it was a review hearing, but he missed the review hearing on September the 8th, and came in today on his own, took a screen and tested positive for cocaine. So it's my understanding, he was supposed to go to Valley Health for some treatment. That hasn't happened. He's willing to go to OVP.
Yes, I helped him to sign up for West Virginia Medicaid while I was back there, so we're going to take him today.
Okay. You're agreeable to doing that? Yes. All right. I think it's a good choice. Release to OVP. Come back. We'll do the October 10th date. You're already here, I think. October 10th. And that will be as a review. This is 2375.
What date is it? Retrial can.
October 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Brianna, you can't help us with Dolores Hill?
No, she has Medicare and we don't accept that, so I was trying to work on it, but they said we can't take her.
Okay. Heather, you can do men with Medicare but not women? Because you don't have, she needs inpatient.
Yeah, I don't have inpatient for her. I mean,
For women?
there is sober livings in Huntington, but I don't
She needs an inpatient facility probably with some mental health.
yeah, that's what I was gonna, I don't think the sober livings are qualified in there.
All right, thank you. Mr. Smith? Yes.
Your Honor, I may be able to look into it and maybe find an indigent bed somewhere.
Well, we have some grant money or some kind of money through the Adams Board.
Yes.
That's supposed to. Now, I put a little thing out on my text chain. I get this back about Chris Lovin says call Molly Lipscomb, gives a number.
That's a sober living.
Oh, it's a sober living.
That's a sober living that we work.
Healing Properties.
It's a sober living. I mean, I'm sure that we could get her in there.
Well, I think she probably needs more than that.
I know Amended Reads will work with the Adams Board.
They've got one very similar. Are you still out talking to them? Or?
Talk to Amended Reads?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Would you do that?
Yeah. She needs mental health, Dan.
I need her like paperwork.
It's just her social security. The last page. I think it's probably just the last 4 digits of her social security.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll just take we're going to take another break. We've got that one case, we're still working on trying to get her a place to go. Okay, court's in recess.
Jessica Johnson, we're coming back, 9:15.
No, that one was called. Let me see. This is just the one that she's like doing mission work somewhere. I mean, all it is to check in. She's still doing what she's supposed to do.
So I need to find the next court date then.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. When you're winning. I'm gonna look up here. I'm gonna take these and look at some of them. And then we still have to do Dolores Hill, don't we? I need to find Stephen Stanley. When did they say he's coming back? Oh.
He just went to.
I don't know when he's coming back. Let's see.
These files are all over here, but they are.
Okay, this is 11/17. This is 11/17. Going to archive. Let me take these and see. This place is crazy.
You figured it out.
Huh?
Figure the files we can get.
Did send me a text back. She goes, our facility's in Huntington. She got me. I said, yeah. They asked me, do you all provide